I have not planned this video at all. I don't know if I'll get emotional just because it's been a long time and the dogs are here distracting me, and I don't normally cry in front of people, and the camera kind of counts as people. But Joshua and I had a miscarriage at 7 weeks pregnant with our first baby. I don't even really know what to say about it. Bless you. If you hear dogs panting and sneezing and overall making noises, they're up here on the bed with me. I guess I'll just start from the beginning. We were not trying to get pregnant. There was literally one opportunity for us to get pregnant, if you know what I'm saying, and it happened. So on that front, we feel extremely blessed that we're able to get pregnant so easily. Hopefully that continues. But we weren't trying. I found out I was pregnant on September 6th, I think. I'll insert the clips of me finding out and telling my family because those are really fun and I still enjoy looking at them even though we're not pregnant anymore. Hello, it's day 5 of my missed period. I'm so stressed out right now and I feel like I'm gonna feel so stupid if I'm not pregnant, but I just took a pregnancy test and I have to film it because I'd be so mad if I was pregnant and I didn't film it. Anyways, let's go look. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. That's not real. I'm taking it. Oh, look how. Cheyenne, oh my. Cheyenne, oh my gosh. Oh, I can't breathe. Okay, hold on, hold on. I still have my cup of tea. I'm doing the digital. Cheyenne, I can't breathe.
I'm shaking.
Cheyenne, I feel like you're like about to cry and I'm not. I'm like in complete disbelief. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, I can't. I'm so
shaking.
Cheyenne, oh my god, what the hell? Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. 5 seconds.
My legs are shaking.
My heart is beating so okay, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, Cheyenne, I can't breathe.
Shaking. It doesn't even feel real.
Okay, 3 minutes. Okay, okay. Oh, I'm supposed to be crying, but I'm like... Cheyenne! I'm like not even close to crying. Cheyenne, are you crying?
No, I just can't. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, what the heck? What the heck?
Cheyenne's pacing. She put her sunglasses on. Cheyenne's more freaked out than I am.
Dude, because it's just weird. Oh my gosh. I can't breathe. See here. You have 2 positives. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm hyperventilating. I'm going to pass out.
I feel like I'm not in my own body right now.
See that you're pregnant.
Cheyenne, stop. Don't say that out loud. Are you freaking kidding me?
What's going on?
What's on the table?
Oh, a dog? Why are you guys all videotaping me? You already took the test! Why are you filming me?
Look at the door.
No, I know why you're filming me! Are you serious? You already took the test! Are you serious? Babe!
Are you crying?
No.
Okay, I thought you would cry.
You freaking idiots with this dog? What is that? Did you buy that?
Yes, we didn't want to be lame and do like the normal onesie thing, so we got him a little doggy guitar so
Oh, that's
can be
cute.
like, I said he, but I meant she, so she can be like dad.
I'm gonna poop my pants. I'm scared.
You're not freaking out as bad as we were.
Oh my gosh.
Babe, why aren't you freaking out? I told you the Lord told him. We said, dang it, Lord, can't you keep a secret? Hello?
just towards the end of the day. To 40 minutes. That's surprising.
No. No. Oh my God. Are you serious? Oh my God.
Is she crying now?
No, because I'm freaking out.
I just drooled on your shirt.
Oh my. Oh my God.
I have said so many F-bombs in the last 10 minutes.
Oh, honey. Oh my God. Are you freaking out?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't take a deep breath. I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Okay. Granny, you're a nurse.
What, babe?
You can help me.
What's up?
I've been really tired and kind of nauseous and peeing a lot. My boobs are kind of sore. I think my period's like a week late. And then I took these yesterday.
And what does they show? Yes. Are you serious? Are you?
You know what was coming.
You know I'm so stiff I can't get it. I'm gonna be a great grandma. You know, when you were doing that thing, I thought, how exciting! Oh my God!
She didn't cry. Nobody cried.
Because we're freaking out.
It's not hurting.
Oh my God! So exciting! Oh my God!
So yeah, I think I was like 5 days late on my period. I've been talking all week, like joking about how I was like totally pregnant, but I didn't actually believe it. Took the test September 6th. The next day, I think, is when I turned 5 weeks. We told like parents, grandparents, siblings, and Josh told his best friend. Some people knew really early on, which we were fine with, because especially me, like I'm really open and really close with my family. So we told them, as you saw, some of them, we didn't get to film all of them. I was already feeling symptoms by the next day. I think I had I was hungrier than normal, thirstier than normal, peeing more, blah, blah, blah. I think I actually filmed a 5-week update at the end of week 5. I had heartburn, and we actually went up and visited Josh's brother and sister-in-law and our nephews for a week. I think that was from weeks, the end of week 6 to the end of week 7. The day we got there, I turned 6 weeks, and the day we left, I was 7 weeks in 1 day. And I remember I started feeling nauseous the last couple of days we were there, and I got really excited because I felt like if I was getting morning sickness, then the pregnancy was probably progressing and I wouldn't miscarry. And Josh was convinced the whole time. He wouldn't even let me talk about the possibility of miscarrying. He was like, it's not going to happen. I'm not even going to talk about it. But then on Tuesday, I think it was September 24th, I was at work, and some of this stuff is going to be slightly graphic. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry. You don't have to watch the rest of the video, but I'm going to be honest and talk about what happened because we had a really unique, in a bad way, experience. So on Tuesday, 24th, I was at work, and I went to the bathroom and noticed there was blood in the toilet, and when I wiped, there was blood, and I immediately freaked out, even though it wasn't a ton of blood, and called my mom to come pick me up. So I left work early, and I called the doctor and set up an appointment to come in a couple hours later. So I called Josh, and he left work, and by the time we got home, I went to the bathroom to put a pad in, and I hadn't bled anymore. And when I wiped, the blood was like brown, it wasn't red. And so at that point we were thinking like, okay, maybe this is just normal spotting, even though it's kind of late for implantation spotting. It could be something else, like I'm probably just overreacting. So Josh and I went to the appointment, we had an ultrasound, and I know what an ultrasound should have looked like at 7.5 weeks, and the ultrasound tech didn't say anything, and it looked like my uterus was completely empty. And then I saw my nurse practitioner, and she was like, the ultrasound tech didn't really see anything. Maybe she thought I was measuring around like 5 or 6 weeks or something. And she did a pelvic exam, and the blood was dark brown and my cervix was closed, which she said was encouraging. So at that point we're thinking like, okay, maybe I really am not. Maybe I was overreacting and somehow my dates are off, so I'm not as far along as I thought, and that's why the ultrasound didn't show anything. So she ordered my first blood test that day to test my HCG. It was around 3,000, which would put me like date-wise between 5 and 6 weeks, which is off from what we thought, considering I was almost 100% positive when we got pregnant, but we still didn't really know. And then late that night, again, this is also kind of graphic, late that night I went to the bathroom, and when I wiped there was a pretty good amount of red blood, which was new. And then about a half an hour later, I stood up from laying in bed and I felt something drop like inside. It felt like when you can feel yourself bleeding on your period, so I thought it was blood. And I went to the bathroom, and this has not been confirmed by my doctor, but I'm 99.9% certain the sac fell out, which I really struggled with because it shocked me, and I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a blood clot, but it definitely wasn't, and I struggled, still kind of do, with a lot of guilt because I didn't even really want to look at it, and I just flushed the toilet, and Josh didn't see it, and I don't know, obviously everything had already happened, the baby had already passed away, but I struggled with feeling like I just threw away my baby without saying goodbye or spending any time, which was hard. So then we were scheduled to go back in on Thursday to get my blood drawn again, and it was still around 3,000. It hadn't dropped at all, which was frustrating. This whole time between Tuesday and Thursday, I had not been bleeding hardly at all, which was also weird. Like, we were pretty positive that I had miscarried or was in the process of miscarrying, but I wasn't bleeding. So we were just really confused, and my levels weren't dropping, but my ultrasounds were empty. And that continued for 2 weeks, me getting my blood drawn and getting ultrasounds, and the ultrasounds being empty, and my blood hovering around 3,000, or my HCG hovering around 3,000, and my bleeding being like a really light, really light period for 2 weeks. So finally, this past Tuesday, I went in again for another ultrasound because they were worried that it might be ectopic, and my mom came with me, and my doctor was like, we're gonna get your blood drawn one more time, and if it hasn't dropped down to like a 2, like super low, then I want to schedule you for a D&C tomorrow just to get this over with. And she actually had said that she had never seen anything like this before in her career, and she was my mom's OB when she was pregnant with me. My body just wasn't being clear about what was going on. So we scheduled the D&C for the next day, and my blood test came back and it had raised to like 3,900. My HCG had raised to 3,900, which was really frustrating because I just wanted it to be over. So we went in for the D&C the next day, which honestly, like, I felt fine. Like, I was at peace about it. I wanted I'm sorry if you hear the dogs growling. I just wanted the situation to be over. It had been 2 weeks at that point, and I was just done. And I was pretty positive that what I had passed on the first day was the sac, so I wasn't really struggling emotionally with the idea of, like, them, you know, going in there and cleaning everything out. My doctor did tell me she really thought it was ectopic, and she was going to do the D&C and then have, if there was any tissue in there, have it all tested, and then if it came back that it was probably ectopic, then she was going to give me the methotrexate, which is the medication they give you to terminate ectopic pregnancies. So we went in, I had the D&C, and the tissue came back that it was a normal, quote-unquote, miscarriage, which I was thankful for, that it wasn't ectopic and that we didn't have to go through anything else. It was over. That was on Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. I go back and forth on how I feel emotionally. I do feel a lot of peace about it. Josh really felt from the beginning that it was a girl, which I was excited about because there's a lot of boys on his side of the family. But he really felt like it was a girl, and so that first day when we were at the doctor's office, we didn't even really know if we were miscarrying yet or not. He was typing to me in his notes app so we wouldn't be like too loud in the waiting room, and he said, I feel like the Lord has given me a name for the baby. And I was like, tell me right now. And he was like, I don't know how to spell it. And I was like, just spell it however you think it should be spelled. And he typed the name Lyla, and he spelled it Lyla. So I was like, okay, like, regardless of what happens, this is obviously her name. And then obviously we miscarried that night. And it was a few days later, I was talking to him about how I wanted to get something to remember her. I do have this necklace that has a little L on it. But I was talking about how I probably wanted to get a tattoo at some point, and I just didn't know what I was going to get it of. I wanted to make sure it was the right thing before I got it. And he was like, oh, you should get Love You, Little Angel. And I was like, well, that seems kind of on the nose, like kind of cliche and long. And he was like, no, it spells Lyla. Love You, Little Angel. Lyla. Which is just insane. Like, we didn't even know we were miscarrying yet, and the Lord gave us that name. So our little girl's named Lyla. Josh wrote a beautiful song for her. We're okay. We have more good days than bad, which is good. We have a lot of family that loves us and is praying for us, and friends that love us and are praying for us, and Evie's whining. We are so grateful that we were able to get pregnant and enjoy her for a few weeks. We were so excited. Anyone who knows me knows, like, all I've ever wanted is to be a mom. I wish this could have been the video where we told everybody that we were pregnant. That day will come when it's supposed to. We have felt a lot of peace knowing where our little girl is. I don't really know how to end this video. I'll just say that we're both really grateful for all of your prayers, those of you who have already been praying for us, and those of you that will pray for us after seeing this. We're really grateful, and we feel it. It can be emotional to talk about it, but we really have felt a lot of peace and have been able to find joy in other things. Yeah, we love you all so much, and we're so grateful for you. And I'm gonna go because the dogs are licking my toes and they want to play, and I'm making them be quiet so I can film this. That's all. We love you guys.